Hello everybody, this is yet another FaceTime video. My last FaceTime video did not age very well, in the meaning that after I said that the shorting could be a good idea without it being a financial advice, of course. None of what I say is a financial advice. The very same day the market broke through all the resistances upwards and it skyrocketed to 23k or so. But it didn't live long, did it? We are back to the level where we were the last time when I was doing this FaceTime video, and to the pretty much surprise of everybody. And the title of this video is like, are you afraid enough of the 18k? Is 18.5k, does it seem likely enough to you yet? Because remember, it needs to seem likely. People really need to be afraid of the 18.5k in order for us to go to 28, 29, maybe even 30k. And yes, you heard me right. That has been the target ever since the beginning of this little rally. It's the breaking, if I'm reading this correctly, of course, it's breaking upwards of the standing wedge that we had the last year. There is lots of theory about the wedges. It's all connected to the AI, to the bot programming. But of course, they need to be spread across only one epoch, because each epoch has different bot programming. So it's a little bit more complex. And the point is that if the wedge is spread across multiple months, which the standing wedge of the last year was, then it ought not to work. But I have had excellent experience with calling these wedges, and especially as well the last year when we had a little bit of the ascending wedge in the summer. And then so I called the breaking of the 17.6k, and it happened. But first I capitulated on it happening. So now my question is this convincing enough? Was this unexpected decline to 22.4k enough? I don't have the answer to that question. It may really be that if this is gonna go to 21k, maybe even a little bit below 21k. But I stay very firm in my belief that the 28 to 29 to 30k is next. I am afraid enough of the 18.5k. I personally am, because there is a false flag being carried out in the chemical or radioactive false flag. One of these, I suspect more of a chemical one, in the country that you are not allowed to say without affecting it to the YouTube algorithm. So let's call it U country, okay? So there is a false flag that is going to be thrown on the R country, okay? Again, you're not really allowed to say these names without being partially affected by the algorithm. So that's why I'm using a little bit of the nicknames. And of course, such an attack, I don't know what it will do with the markets. I don't know if they won't go through some kind of a shock. And as well, I am not sure about coupling with the S&P 500, because S&P 500 likely peaked before it makes the lower lows. S&P 500 is not likely going to go to 3,500, but it's likely to go even below that, 3,300, maybe 32, who knows. And given the correlation, it means that the Bitcoin would go to 12k today. So I am not sure about it, and it doesn't seem very good at all. And that's exactly the time when I feel confident to actually really look into the 28, 29, 30k. Because if there is a time to break the correlation between the crypto and the S&P 500, then it is this month.